Hey, how's it going everyone? Welcome to my review of the new Korean drama, part 1 of Gyeongseong Creature. Now, let me say this first. When the news came out that Park Seo-joon and Han So-hee were going to be in a drama together, the hype was definitely there. Half of it was probably mine. Now, did the drama live up to it? Let's not beat around the bush. Let's get to it. Oh yeah, wait. I do want to add one thing. The drama does have one of the creepiest intros I've ever seen, by far. Now, let's get to it. So the story goes set in 1945. We have a character named Tae-sang. He's a rich guy, attractive, quick-witted, has sources of information, connections everywhere, who gets involved with another character named Cheok, who had a rough life growing up. She had to survive, and because of that she knows how to use a gun, use a knife, handle machines, can fight pretty well. Now Cheok's mother went missing 10 years ago and she winds up in Gyeongseong to find her. Now the first meeting between both characters starts off as rocky, but then they eventually work together in finding missing people. Cheok trying to find her mom. Tae-sang is forced to find a girl named Myungja, which again he was forced to because he was threatened by the police. If you don't find this person, you're gonna lose everything. And he treasures his money. He expressed how hard he worked to earn it. The dude literally started from the bottom. And I'll say maybe the first 3 episodes, we see both characters using their skills to find clues. Tae-sang using his connections and money to find clues, and Cheok using her skills to sneak around. Their story actually centers around the Japanese military experimenting on people, taking them off the streets, caging them like animals. This also gives an answer to the whole missing people situation. Make them starve and then gives them food and water, which contains a serum that has this weird looking parasite in them, and when they consume it, they turn into monsters that look like they came out of Sweet Home. There's a character named Lieutenant Kato who is very obsessive about the experiment, and I'll get to that in a moment, and their base of operation is under a hospital. Between episode 3 to 7 or maybe 4 to 7, we see our characters infiltrating the lab, trying to save people, trying to look for Cheok's mom and Myungja, and we also see the doctor experimenting on the monster to see what it can actually do, and it does a lot, and it does a lot of killing. And spoiler alert, the monster is actually Cheok's mom, and we eventually find out what was Lieutenant Kato's endgame. Why was he so obsessive about this experiment? And I'm gonna sum it up in one sentence. Human desires to become the apex predator. Simple as that. Now episode 7 did end on a cliffhanger. After all of the test subjects, all of the civilians escaped, Tae-sang is still at the lab with the monster that the military so far have it under control.
For now.
And the doctor who was in charge of the experiment insisted that Lady Maida, who was funding the experiment, invest in a new organism which is a lot more stronger. And it's the momster. Yeah, monster, it's the momster. Not only that, Myungja, she has the parasite inside of her. To make it even more crazy, she's pregnant and she just slept with Ishikawa. This was a really good watch. The first 7 episodes were really entertaining, a lot of action. Unfortunately, we do have to wait 2 weeks for the last 3 episodes, but don't worry, those 2 weeks are gonna fly by really quick. This drama definitely had me on my toes on trying to figure out what was the end game on doing this type of experiment, and I was really shocked to find out that Lady Maida had some involvement in it. She knew about it and she was funding it as well, and it made me think, did her husband even know about it? Turns out he never did, but he'll find out soon. The fight scenes were good, the killing scenes were good, bloody but not too gory. As for the monster, well, at first you could barely see it. I mean, it is inside a cellar with little to no lighting, but barely seeing the monster did make it creepy, but then eventually you do see the entire body. I gotta give a shout out to Park Seo-joon, man. He's such a great actor, and he does a great job in acting like this rich asshole, but also a lovable goofball. And the story gives a pretty good reason. Well, not a reason, but multiple good reasons to why he acts the way he acts. And these are pretty good reasons. Shout out to Han So-hee, she did a great job. Her fight scenes were good. It would have been nice to see more expressions from her, but considering her character had a rough life growing up, it makes sense that she is the way that she is. The only part that I found was a little bit it's not a big deal, but just was Taesang, he fell for Cheok pretty quickly, I believe in episode 2, and that didn't give us enough time to see these two characters interact more. It was more of they meet, they work together, he sees her dressed nicely, and then bam, he falls in love. I'm pretty excited for the last 3 episodes. Not excited I have to wait 2 weeks for, but anyway, I really want to find out what the doctor has planned for the monster, how Ishikawa is going to react once he finds out that Myungja has a parasite inside of her, and his reaction to his wife, Lady Maida, being involved in this type of experiment. And Taesang, he's still at the lab with the monsters, so I think he might find out some new information. He might, obviously he will get involved with the monster and somehow maybe fighting it a little bit more. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for it. And yeah, that's pretty much the gist of the first 7 episodes of Gyeongseong and my review. Is there anything I might have missed? Please leave in the comments below. Other than that, if you like this video, leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe. See ya.